What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm Game Day live show. John Impemba here with Britt, Flinn, and it's NFL Week 13. Britt, how are we doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm sleepy, but that's to be expected.
Yeah.
It is week 13, which is Taylor Swift's favorite number. It is the second coming of the bipocalypse. So
Yep.
there is a ton of just crazy circumstances going on, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. All that withstanding.
Yeah, listen, it is kind of an interesting week because you said we have like 6 teams on a bye or something like that. Only 10 teams on the Sunday main slate if you're playing DFS. Some notable teams, obviously not on the slate here. So if you're trying to fill out your lineups for seasonal or DFS, you'll notice some big names aren't there. We also have injury news on a lot of players that we're kind of waiting on. We did get the flurry of updates from Adam Schefter overnight, essentially saying everybody's expected to play. They'll run through some pregame warm-ups, and then we'll see how it goes. But for the most part, they are all expected to go be good here today. But then there's also the weather factor. There's a lot of rain up on the East Coast here. I live, in Massachusetts, but an hour north of Foxborough. It's rainy. It's kind of cold. It's not too windy, but it's not great conditions really in terms of, or like comfortable conditions. We know it's supposed to rain in New York. It's supposed to rain in Pittsburgh here. So, some games that I know some people were certainly targeting for one reason or another. Got to deal with some weather. We have some decent game totals, some high spread. So, kind of all over the place when it comes to the matchups here for week 13.
Yeah, the one that surprises me the most and worries me the most, I think, is the Chargers and Patriots because Keenan Allen was, out of practice for 2 games this week. He finally returned on Friday, but not something that you're looking forward to. And then hearing that it's a 100% chance of rain throughout the entirety of the
Oh,
game
yeah.
in New England does not make me feel great. That over under is also really low. And as somebody selfishly who has Keenan Allen in a lot of leagues, I'm just like, please let those short routes work out.
Yeah.
Please catch that ball.
Agreed with you. I have Keenan Allen in a couple of leagues as well, but I'm also playing the Patriots defense in DFS because they're $2,400 on DraftKings. It is kind of a low game total. It is very slushy, rainy, cold out there. You have a California team coming across the East Coast as well. You kind of factor that in. You factor in the Chargers offense hasn't looked that good anyways, and maybe this is a spot where the Patriots defense can kind of keep some of their pressure on because the Patriots defense has not really been the problem this year. It's been their poor offense that occasionally has been setting up their defense in some bad situations with all those turnovers. So will be pretty interesting to see how that one all plays out here today. What other top storylines are you looking at for today, Britt?
So I think that the Cleveland Browns starting Joe Flacco and how is that going to affect the offense? I know that David Njoku has gotten a ton of targets over the past couple games. Is he still going to be the focal point of that offense, or is it going to be the Joe Flacco that we saw who threw a 25% target share to the running backs? Is he going to air it out, or is he just going to dump it off continuously to the running backs? I think it's going to be very interesting. We also haven't seen him play in over a year.
Right.
He's not to age shame anybody,
Yeah.
but he's also on the older side, longer in the tooth situation.
Yeah.
How is he going to look after not playing football for that long of a time? So that's something that I'm watching. I think also the man, I'm just completely spacing here.
I'll say this on the Joe Flacco thing there. Coop brought it up on the XM show this morning. I was listening to as well. But if you go look back when Flacco did start for the Jets, there he had like 4 weeks of averaging almost 50 pass attempts. So I mean,
Yeah.
we know Cleveland likes to run the football, obviously. But for those of you who have Amari Cooper and David Njoku, if they're going to let the veteran QB throw a bit more here, you shouldn't be looking to downgrade those players in your lineups. If anything, the quarterback play can't really be much worse than it's been when it was, the way Watson had started playing, Walker, and then DTR. I don't imagine Flacco being that dramatic of a step back. And from a pure volume standpoint, I think he should be, good enough to get those guys the targets that we're looking for there. So, again, we got a lot of questions starting to pile in the chat. We appreciate all of you tuning in here this morning. If you could go ahead and throw us a like on today's show, that helps us out a lot. If you haven't already subscribed to the Fantasy Alarm YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. We do live streams here twice on Sundays, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. And then, of course, pretty much all week long from like 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern time, we have football streams throughout the day. If you're into NBA DFS, myself and James Grande do an NBA DFS live show at 5 p.m. Eastern. So a lot of content here on the channel amongst all the other videos and shorts that we put out. So you're missing a lot if you aren't already subscribed to the Fantasy Slam YouTube channel. So click that subscribe button, click that like button, share the stream today if you could as well, and help us lead you guys to a successful week 13. Let's get into some of these questions here, Britt, because we are starting to pile up. First question of the day comes from Dude Love, half PPR, 2 running backs, Eckler, Moss, and Achane. Which way are we going?
Yeah, I think I'm going Eckler and Achane. I know that Zach Moss is a very hot name in the industry right now. Everybody's super excited, but he is going up against the Titans. And I know that last time he played the Titans, he completely destroyed them. But the thing that people aren't taking into account is that Tennessee was missing their nose tackle, Tier Tart, the last time that Moss played them. Now that he's back and healthy, I do not think that efficiency is going to be there. Eckler has that pass catching upside. Achane has that completely insane speed going up against the Commanders, who are just a wet paper towel when it comes to not only run defense, but passing defense as well, which Achane can do both. So I like their upside much more than I do Moss.
Works for me. Skinny, what's up? Wants to know Stroud or Lawrence, a 6-point passing touchdown. Stroud at home for the 3rd straight week, getting Denver. Trevor Lawrence at home, getting the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence here. That's not to diminish anything that Stroud has done, but Denver's defense has come on over the past couple weeks. Pat Surtain has just looked completely incredible. They've also forced a bunch of turnovers, and Stroud has not been that same guy that he was early on in the season with his ball security. So I'm leaning Lawrence here.
Yeah, I'm fine. Perfectly fine going there. I don't think there's really a wrong answer, honestly, when it comes to those matchups. I got shares of both in seasonal, and obviously Lawrence not being on the main slate. I do have Stroud in some DFS lineups here today as well. Joshua, good morning. My favorite fantasy football. Well, you're one of our favorite viewers there, Joshua, tuning in every week for us here. Full PPR, need a flex. Let's see. Coop should be expecting this question. Coop was on the morning show, but Flinn or Nico here against Denver, or pay down for Downs? Which way are we going?
I really honestly like Downs. I think that Downs is the more solid option.
So
did I?
Yeah. Oh, big Downs fan is Coop.
Well, I was preaching Downs. I think I got Coop on the Downs train, but
Love it.
with Thielen and that coaching change, we don't really know what to expect. With Tank Dell and Noah Brown expected to play, not exactly sure what we should expect from Collins too.
Yeah, I'm with you there 100%. I think Downs in a good spot there. Jonathan Dave, always tuning in. Love you guys here. Lawrence or Purdy here? Brock Purdy getting some love in DFS today. Do you like him in seasonal though over Trevor Lawrence?
That is a very tough question. I think I am going to go Purdy over Lawrence here. With ETN expected to play against the Bengals, I expect them to get out to a pretty big lead and then ETN to take over a little bit. Purdy in that Eagles game, I think it's going to go very back and forth. And you can't run on the Eagles. That's pretty much, take out Christian McCaffrey as much as you can take him out. So I think Purdy's going to have to throw a ton.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fine as well. Obviously Lawrence has that great matchup, but they could pull out ahead and just run the ball with ETN in that game. So Purdy likely to hang in there a little bit more. Rex tuning in, was in the morning show. Now he's joining us here in the afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, Rex. Evan wants to know, full PPR, choose one, Thielen, Nico, or Kirk today.
I think I'm going to lean Kirk. And it's for the same reason that I was picking Ridley last week. It's because of that man versus zone coverage. Kirk does so well against man coverage, and that's where the Bengals play. I think they play the 3rd most man coverage in the entire league. So I think that Kirk not only gets the target share, but points per target, he ranks 8th in the league in fantasy points per target. I think that that's really one of the big things. Again, with Nico, with Tank Dell and Noah Brown playing, it kind of takes away his targets.
Sure.
With Thielen, we don't really know what we're getting with the new coaching staff.
Agreed. Salah's in here saying good morning. Good morning to you there. I got a mess. Have to drop a player. Wilson and Love are my QBs, and to keep them both, I'd have to drop Dotson or Mitchell. Do you need to keep them both? What's
Um,
your situation here, Chad? Like, what do you need to drop a player for? I guess is that to add Dotson or Mitchell, or what are we thinking here? Let me know exactly what we're looking for. Or do you understand the question that we're getting here, Britt?
no, I'm not quite sure what he has to drop for. Maybe to activate somebody from IR
Maybe.
would be a thing, but honestly, Dotson has been persona non grata for a few weeks, so I would not feel bad about dropping Dotson.
Sure. I mean, if it's a 2 QB league and Buy's already gone for Denver, like or Love, I mean, you can always just pick a QB there as well. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. And saying good morning. First Bettercast question of the day. If those of you who have not yet already downloaded the free Bettercast app, do so there. Scan that QR code or click the link in the description. Free to download, free to play. You get some prop questions like you see here. AJ Dillon over under 48.5. You answer those pregame questions. Then during the game, more questions will appear. The winner of the contest at the end of the day will get some tickets that they can earn to build up and redeem for prizes such as autograph memorabilia, jerseys, mini helmets, and more. Again, it's completely free to do. Myself, Britt, Coop, Howard Bender has the BenderCast on Thursday. So you download that free BetterCast app, sign up, free to do, free to play, have an opportunity to win some cool prizes here simply by answering questions like this. Over under rushing yards for AJ Dillon. Which way you going here, Britt?
I'm gonna go over. Kansas City's secondary has been really good. They've been difficult to throw on, but you can run against them. And with Aaron Jones out, who else is there back there? You know what I mean? It just
Supposed
has
to be
to
snowing
happen.
in Green Bay tonight too, so
The
could be.
snow is happening? Oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh.
Yeah, gonna get some snow in Green Bay, so it could be a running game day for that anyway. So I'm with you. I like the over Dylan 48.5. So download that BetterCast app, scan the QR code, or click that link in the description, bettercast.app as well. And download, sign up, play, answer the 10 pregame questions, I think it is, that are already out there, or 20. I forget if it's 10 or 20. And get yourself ready to win some cool prizes this evening with the family today. Next question. Kurt wants to know standard scoring needs to Henry, Mostert, or Moss.
I'm gonna go Henry and Mostert here again with Zach Moss. I'm just really concerned that that is a trap game going up against Tennessee's run defense.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Keith Jones, everybody have PBR Olave Puka.
I think if Olave plays, I'm going to go with Olave. I don't necessarily think that the Rams are going to have to throw the ball a ton. And Puka's been really hit or miss since Cooper Cup came back.
Yeah, I'm fine going there. Again, going up against Cleveland, I don't really care for Puka Nakua there. Daniel, 1 point PPR flex, Garrett Wilson or Bijan here going in that Atlanta Jets game.
Oh, Bijan all day, every day. The Jets secondary is so good, but their run defense is not. And I think we finally saw a glimpse of Arthur Smith's light bulb coming on in his head saying, oh, I have this guy. I can use him. So
Yeah,
hopefully we'll have a repeat.
agreed. I did throw out the no touchdown prop on the Better Sports Betting Show on Friday, plus 2,500 for no touchdowns to be scored in the Atlanta Jets game. So we got some bad weather, we got some bad offenses, some questionably good or bad defenses. So I was like, here's the thing: they might move the football on them, but I have no faith in either red zone offense actually scoring a touchdown here today. And you're getting plus 2,500 for 0 touchdowns, which has hit already this season. So anything's possible really in those situations. Cody wants to know, same question as last week. Bench one, half PPR. Tank Dell, Alvin Kamara, ETN. I imagine that's Deontay Johnson.
Dearness, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of
Depending
Johnsons here.
on who plays, I think.
Yeah, Pacheco. Oh, okay. ETN or Johnson got it. In case he doesn't
Mhm.
play, got it. Pacheco or Chase. He's currently sitting Chase again. Where are you going with the bench there?
Yeah, honestly, with Tank Dell and that calf injury, I'm concerned about calf injuries. We've seen it happen over and over again that you re-aggravate it. It makes it much more likely that you're going to suffer an Achilles injury. Noah Brown is also back, so there's another option there. I'm kind of thinking Tank Dell, to be honest.
Okay.
It's so hard to sit Chase.
It is hard to sit Chase. You mentioned guys are getting healthier there. Denver's defense is improving. Could certainly happen for sure. I don't have like a terribly strong lean, honestly. I love Pacheco. Kamara's going to get a lot of targets here today, so I'm fine going Dell. It's just obviously it's difficult to sit Dell given the recent production, out of him there. So Cody, it's either Chase or Dell again. Whatever you feel comfortable with going there is the way we're going to go. Dude love here, half PPR, 2 wide receivers, Pittman, AJ, or Ayuk here today. Which one are we going?
I'm going Pittman and Ayuk.
Okay.
I think that San Francisco has learned how to shut down AJ Brown, and we've seen it in the past 2 weeks. Teams are finally getting kind of privy to the fact of this is what you do to shut him down. And Devonta Smith has been the guy the past 2 weeks. So I think that San Francisco follows a similar pattern.
Agreed. Eric Curtis here need 1 wide receiver, 1 flex for a full PPR. Chase, Williams, Warren, Ridley, Nico, or Achane. He's already playing Mostert, so he'd be doubling up on those Dolphins running backs if you go that direction.
I don't really think that that's a bad strategy at all, to be completely honest. But I think that, man, the wide receiver situation's tough. Again, we talked about it earlier, that man versus zone. I'm not super confident in Calvin Ridley, but I'm not exactly confident in Nico Collins either. I think I lean Nico over Ridley for your receivers. I didn't see Chase there again. Sorry. It's so hard to sit Chase. We're going to go Chase and just hope that he is the alpha that he's been.
Yeah,
And
still had
then
4 for 81 last week, so it's not like he was shut out or anything there.
it was I know his box score was good, but 2 or 3 of those passes were tipped, and then he just ran in and caught them, and that's what worries me. But he's just so good, it's hard to sit.
Sure.
I think I'm going to go Jaylen Warren for my flex against the Cardinals.
Yeah, they're definitely going to run a lot, especially, again, another game where there's some bad weather there. Updated weather report there says could rain, at times rain hard, and when it's raining, we could see wind gusts of 30 miles an hour in that game. So not likely to see too much throwing probably in that one. Loving the running game. I took the over 58.5 rushing yards for Najee Harris here today. You could probably double it up and take the over rushing yards for both running backs there against Arizona if the weather's going to be that bad there. And Don wants to know, Amari Cooper or Hollywood Brown?
Well, you just mentioned the weather there.
Yeah, I'm going to go Amari, I think, here.
Yeah, the weather has me scared.
Agreed. Mini Jordan, full PPR, choose a wide receiver, flex, and tight end. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Curtis Samuel, Devin Achane, Joe Mixon, Taysom Hill, or Pat Freiermuth here?
So I'm going to go Romeo Doubs. I think that Watson gets shut down by that Kansas City secondary on the wide receiver 1 with Jaden Reed questionable to play. I think that Doubs has a much larger role. The flex, I think I am going to go Achane against Washington. And my tight end, honestly, I'm going to go Freiermuth.
Works. I'm fine. Even if it's the bad weather there, he's the one likely catching some of those short passes. So I'm good going there. Taysom's just too much of a wild card for me.
Yeah.
Full PPR, Drake London and Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk all the way, baby.
Yep, I'm with you there. Tua or CJ Stroud here today? Where are you leaning, Britt?
Oh, so I know that Tua is on everybody's start list, but I think that this game is just going to get too out of hand too fast, and it's going to become a very heavy run game. So I'm going to go Stroud.
Yeah, I put Tua as the cover of the quarterback coach, but I also caveated with the fact that his road numbers this year are terrible. He's averaging 10 less fantasy points per game on the road than at home. Now, the Commanders could obviously just be the cure-all to the poor road numbers, but I'm with you. I like CJ, 3rd straight home game here. Carr or Howell for Ann? I'm going to go Howell here. Just guys throwing 40-plus times a game, so.
Yeah, volume alone and negative game script. Yeah.
Agreed. Craig Jordan, pick 2 at running back, PPR, Bijan, Mostert, White, and Kamara.
I really like Bijan and, man, Kamara, I think. It's really hard to sit White, though. I'm like, do you have a way to fit him into your lineup as well?
Yeah, no kidding. I love him. I have him in DFS. Craig, play a DFS lineup today or bet like your White rushing yards or something like that. So help get some value there if you're not going to play him. Ralph, flex, PPR, Hall, Sutton, Cooper, Downs.
I'm going to go Downs. Yeah, I can't really trust anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
Ramondre, Henry, White, or Mostert?
Oh, man. This one is
you only
the
need
toughest
one
of
there?
the. Yeah, this is the toughest of the entire
I
show
would
so
play
far, I
literally
think.
all of those running back.
Yeah. Um,
I think Henry for me.
yeah, Henry, but Ramondre with all that weather
Yeah.
and back-to-back 100-yard weeks
I
just
just don't
seems
again, I just don't know if they score. They might score.
right.
I think Henry had 2 touchdowns last week. I think they're gonna lean on the run. I know Bender was a little concerned with the second half usage of Derrick Henry, but if you look at the box score and like the game breakdown of that one, the Titans just didn't have any offensive possessions in the second half. Carolina just killed the clock with some long drives in that game. I think they only had like 4 total offensive possessions in the second half. And their last possession, they gave Henry like 5 carries to run out the clock. So I think Henry or White, but
Yeah.
I don't think you have a wrong answer there, Super Magnetar. So, congrats on the great drafting. I imagine you're doing pretty well in your league here. Speaking of the Browns, I'm looking to fill flex spot. Pickens or Amari Cooper. I'm going to go Cooper given the weather in that
Yeah, I think
Seattle
so
game or
too.
Pittsburgh game.
Yeah.
Higgins, AT Perry, or pick up Dortch for Craig.
Oh. Um, oh man. Um, I think maybe George.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Um, this is rough though.
I'm not doing AT Perry. It would be Higgins or Dortch for me. Again, I don't think we can do Dortch in that weather, so just run Higgins out there, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense
Or
too.
let me know if there's anybody else in your waiver wire. Maybe there's like another guy that you could pick up, but that weather's not great for Pittsburgh game. But we answered the Super one already. Moss or Rashee Rice here in the PPR again. It's supposed to snow tonight in Green Bay.
Oh, I still love Rashee Rice. Keyshawn Nixon has been such a bad slot corner, given up, I think, the 7th or 8th most yards and receptions to the slot receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Love Rashee Rice tonight.
Do you love popping in Detroit, Denver, or Indy for defense today?
Ooh.
Detroit get the Saints. Denver's got Houston, and Indy has got Tennessee.
You know, probably Indy.
Okay.
But I don't feel great about any.
Yeah, it would be Detroit
honestly.
or Indy for me if I had to pick one. Again, the lack of receiving options there in New Orleans kind of has me a little bit down. I took the under in that game as well, so I might lean Detroit personally in that spot there. Brew Crew, Twitch gang. I don't get any glasses for the Twitch gang, but that's fine. We'll theoretically put them in there for you. 1.5 EBR. Dylan, Hubbard, or Judy today?
I think I'm going Dylan.
Yeah, that one works for me. AB Naylor, half PPR. Need to pick 2. Achan Hall or Javonte Williams.
I'm going Achan and Javonte. Again, I cannot trust
The Jets.
Breece Hall or the Jets at all.
Cindy wants to know London or Hill today in a PPR.
Oh, this is one where I actually might lean Taysom Hill because London's going to get DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ritter is a good enough quarterback to go against either.
No, I'm with you there. I'll take my shots with Taysom Hill with a depleted offense. I feel like if there was ever a week for him maybe to get some more usage, it would be this week here. Full PPR need 2. Olave, Kirk, Downs, or Garrett Wilson for Brad.
Ooh, I'm going to go Olave, and I know I've been on the Josh Downs train, but I'm going to go Kirk on this one.
I'm good with that. Again, bad defense with Cincinnati there. London or Kirk? We're going to go Kirk there for Gregory. Defense, though, Cleveland versus the Rams, San Diego versus the Patriots here. Well, not San Diego anymore, Los Angeles, but you know.
Right? I was like, I had a blast from the past there. As bad as the weather is and as bad as New England is, I still don't think that we can trust the Chargers defense.
They just run all over them, right? Like,
yeah. So I am still going Cleveland.
Yeah, my thing when it comes to these bad offenses in these situations, especially with the bad weather, is in order for a defense to score points, you need sacks and turnovers. So if they're not going to throw, you kind of take those out. So now you're just hoping they don't give up any points. And if the Patriots get in enough positions to kick field goals or whatever, you might not get the full payout on that defense. So go Cleveland here. You know they can at least get after Stafford. Stafford's definitely prone to throwing interceptions. So where I'm at. Howell, Love, or Najee Harris for a super flex. I'm going to go Howell here.
Yep. Again, it's that volume. You throw 44 times a game. It's the law of averages.
Agreed. Rod says, good morning. Wants to know Breece Hall or Jerome Ford?
We're going to go Ford here, especially if Flacco's in at quarterback. If he checks down, like he did last season, lots of PPR value there for Ford.
Got it. Chad clarifying here. So he needs to drop a quarterback due to a trade he made. So do you drop Russell Wilson or Jordan Love?
Oh, I think Love is coming on, and the schedule is pretty favorable after the Chiefs, so I may drop Wilson, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm fine going Wilson. Again, as much as they're winning football games, his production hasn't really been there. So I'm good. And if you drop him, maybe you can pick him back up if it doesn't work out that way. So 1 point PPR flex, London, Cooper, Algier already playing Bijan. I don't think I'm doubling up Falcons RBs today. So where are you going?
I'm gonna go Cooper.
Yeah.
Again, that Saints or that Jets secondary just really scares me.
A lot of exposure to the Falcons offense did not work the way many people had hoped was going to go this year.
Because of Arthur Smith.
Yeah. I was saying, you say him all the time. You call him with the nepotism baby or something like that, right? I was like, yeah, we're all out here playing fantasy football for fun, but Arthur Smith had to raise the stakes. He's like, I'm just going to go coach football team with my billionaire family. So
Yeah, I say that he's cosplaying as an NFL coach.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so he's like, he got bored doing his drafts. He's like, I'll just go coach a real team, take all these first round players. Philly or San Fran defense are running up against each other here today.
That's rough. San Fran, okay. I think.
Yeah, I don't really have like
potential.
I did take Philly +3 betting wise, but that doesn't really mean anything for defenses. So it's tough. It's a tough question. Probably San Francisco, but that's where we're at there. Achane or Kirk and a half PPR.
Oh, I think Achane. I think that Miami's going to get up to such a big lead that we're going to see a lot of Achane against a very bad Commanders defense.
I'm with you there. Daryl, if Olave plays PPR, or would you play Downs over him? I might play Downs over him in general here.
Yeah, I know the last question, or there was a question earlier where I picked Olave over Downs, but to me, it depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking for floor, I think I would go with Olave. If you're looking for ceiling and breakout potential, if you're behind in your projections, I think I would go Downs.
Yeah, it's a great matchup for Downs. Throwing the football against Tennessee obviously has been fruitful for pretty much any team that's faced the Titans this year. But Olave has been a target monster. So, like Britt's saying, if you think there's a high floor, I think Downs has the higher floor. Olave certainly the higher ceiling because he's more likely to score. So, Daryl, depends on your matchup here. Samuel or Woods?
Oh, Samuel.
Yep, I'm with you. Mac Jones is inactive today, by the way. So things
completely inactive.
Completely inactive today. So yeah, not even as the emergency third QB. That's just like not playing. You got Bailey Zappi starting. Malik Cunningham is your backup quarterback today.
That is not great, Bob.
Not great. Sirianni has never covered the spread the week before he plays the Cowboys. Good to know, Daryl. Because I do like the +3, so hopefully you're wrong. hopefully that trend breaks. Another 1 point PPR flex, Samuel and Njoku.
I think I'm going Samuel here. With Flacco. I don't know how much he's going to utilize the tight end.
Yeah, and Njoku obviously a ridiculous amount of targets the last couple of weeks, but it's also been 3 different quarterbacks all those weeks. So difficult to know week to week where you're going there. Another Twitch gang member here, full PPR, picked 3, Bijan, Kamara, Moss, Etienne, and Eckler.
Ooh, great drafting, first off.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Bijan, Kamara, and then Eckler.
Imagine if they actually used Bijan the way they were supposed to. They started off the year using him the way they were supposed to. Then they had like a 4-week stretch where they didn't, and now they're kind of back to it. So good on there. Benjamin, start 1 RB, 1 wide receiver, Singletary, Ford, Perry, Dortch.
Oh man. So I still like Singletary over Ford just because there is that split between Ford and Kareem Hunt. The wide receiver, I think I'm gonna go Dortch because I just don't. I know that A.T. Perry showed up in the waiver wire article, but I don't know how they're going to utilize him. At least with Dortch, we know that he's been seeing targets.
Yeah, again, the weather's not great, but I don't know. But Perry also could give you nothing. So I think Dortch at least will be on the field here. TD league with bonuses for over 100 yards. Pittman, Sutton, Debo, Nico, and Olave. So who's the most likely to get 100 yards out of the group here? Need 2.
The 100 yards for sure is Pittman. He's
Mhm.
just been a target monster, yard after the catch monster. Man, and then the touchdown league. Sutton's been really good with touchdowns, but I don't think he goes over 100.
Olave probably is your next 100-yard guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ronnie, go Pittman and Olave. If Olave gets ruled out, you just play Debo.
Yep.
You end up going there. Do I start Ramondre or Achan for our guy Kangas man here? What are you thinking?
That's a tough one because I think they're both very, very viable assets. I think I would still go HN, higher
Okay.
over under. Probably going to blow them out.
Yeah, home run.
Bad defense. So
Yeah, I agree with you. Moss or Wilson, 1 point PPR. I got Moss in this situation, right?
Yeah, but I don't feel good about it.
He at least catches the football, so
Yeah.
not the worst. Murray, Minshew, or Pickett? Minshew for me again. I don't like the weather in that Steelers game.
Yeah, I think Minshew is a sneaky good play this week.
Mm-hmm. Minshew or Pickett to replace Allen. We're gonna go Minshew there for Fantasy Joe as well. Yep. Adam wants to know Rashee Rice, Noah Brown, Trey McBride for a flex. Gotta go Rice here, right?
Yep, for sure. Again, that slot is so exploitable for the Green Bay secondary.
Daryl saying is Dortch a decent DK cash pay down even with Brown and McBride playing. I don't like this game here today, Daryl. Honestly, I don't know what the Dortch price is on DraftKings. Let's check that out.
I think is it
$3,700. There's probably a better $3,700 play already than Dortch again, just with that weather situation there. I mean, Elijah Moore was getting a lot of love. Juwan Johnson's there. I know Cooper likes him here today. A.T. Perry is obviously there. Is it if you're trying to fill a wide receiver position, you probably end up going A.T. Perry over Dortch or Elijah Moore over Dortch for me there personally. What do you think, Britt?
Yeah, I think so too. That weather and then him being 3,700 is really kind of peculiar too.
Yeah, I get like 17 targets over the last 2 weeks, but they're just better. It was better conditions than they're going with today. Again, it's supposed to be, according to the most recent update in that Pittsburgh Steelers game against the Cardinals, chance for downpours. And when we do see the downpours move through, wind gusts will be over 30 miles an hour there. So, I don't know how long the rain's going to last, when it comes, how often it comes, but I do worry a bit about the weather there in the Pittsburgh game. So, I'm going to probably only limit my exposure to the running backs in that one. Robert, 10-team PPR, need one Nakua, Downs, or Singletary?
Oh man, this is so tough between Downs and Singletary. I think I'm going to go Downs, but I still really do like Singletary against that Broncos defense.
Yeah. Pick 3, Bijan, Kamara, Eckler. Yeah, we did this one already, right? We did.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we did. We said good drafting here. What do we?
Bijan, Kamara, and Eckler for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was in the Twitch gang. He popped into YouTube too. Love it. Double tapping us. Downs or Brown?
Downs. Brown's been getting the targets, but he hasn't been doing jack with them.
Moss or Wilson?
Yeah, we answered this one. I think we're going Zach Moss, but I don't feel great about it personally. But that's just me.
Lawrence or Howell?
Ooh, this one's a tough one. I am making this decision personally in a league that I have. I'm going Lawrence, but Howell is still a very good option. So I don't think that you go wrong either way.
Yeah, I don't think you go wrong either way. Lawrence in the better spot, obviously, matchup-wise here, but Howell is just going to throw 40 times. So, Tim wants to know, standard league, Waddle, Chase, Evans, and Tank needs to pick 3. I would not pick up Noah Brown to start Tank Dell. That feels counterproductive. So yeah, pick 3 of those wide receivers.
I think we're going to go Waddle, Chase, and I don't like Evans matchup, so I'm going to go Tank. Not picking them up. Eckler or Kamara with Kieran. That's a little bit tougher, but I think that Kamara gets more targets with Shaheed and Michael Thomas out, so I'm going to go Kamara.
Okay. Kirk Puka Nakua.
Kirk. I think we're getting a lot of repeat questions here.
We could, guys. We're going to answer these questions as we work our way down, so you definitely don't need to re-enter them more than once. We are just working down the list. Moss or AJ Brown for half PPR flex. We got to go AJ Brown here.
Yeah, even though I think that he's going to get shut down slightly by San Francisco, you still got to go with the alpha receiver.
Yep. Half PPR, 3 of the 5. Henry, Kamara, Moss, Warren, Najee Harris.
Definitely. Is it crazy to think that you could play Warren and Harris together?
It could be you would sit Kamara and Henry though for that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I would do Henry, Kamara, and Najee Harris for me.
For me, I'm going to go Warren because of that half PPR aspect, because Warren has been getting some targets.
Sure. Sit one of Bijan, Gibbs, Pacheco, or Moss for an A.
For me, it's Moss, but
I'm fine with that.
I'm going to go down this week on the Moss hate train, and then when he goes off, it's going to be like, you were hating on Zach Moss. But
yeah, I mean, I'm playing him in DFS because he's $4,600. So
yeah.
Half PPR need 3: Montgomery, Javonte Williams, Achane, and White.
Ooh, Javonte, Achane, and White for me. I know Montgomery's been really good, but the Saints' run defense is also very
good. Only way to get all 3 White, Kamara, and Bijan is to sit one of my QBs in a super flex, and they're 2 in Hurts. Yeah, not going to do that. Who are you sitting between White, Kamara, and Bijan?
Probably White for me.
Okay. Rondale or Lynn Bowden?
Scampers.
Lynn Bowden, probably, I guess. Like, is he even playing? He had what, two catches last week?
No, I would go Rondale. Honestly. Yeah. I don't even downpour.
If Olave's out, like who else do they play? Right? Like, I don't even know.
I'm not playing Lynn Bowden. I refuse on a philosophical standpoint.
That's fine. Bucks, Chargers, Colts, or Browns for defense this week?
Browns.
Okay. I am on the running back props. I like the over Najee Harris 58.5, and you can go the Warren rushing there as well. Can't believe I've asked this. Spears, Wilson, or Durnest? Pick one.
Oh.
Is Wilson going to be active today? He was inactive the last time they had Achane and Mostert both in.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little worried about. So I'm going to go Spears. I think
because if Etienne's in, Durnest isn't going to do anything. So
yeah, and I know that Etienne is expected to play.
Yeah,
but we've all been burned by that decoy before, so that's the only thing that I'm like, maybe we go Johnson, but no, I'm going to go with the safe route and Spears.
Yeah. Gonna need Christian Olave to clear protocol. Yeah, so you don't have to play Lynn. I agree with you there. Brandon wants to know 1 flex, 1 running back: Warren, Harris, Javonte, Ford, Puka, Rasheed, and Achane.
Oh, great drafting. First off, great waiver wiring. I think I'm going to go Rasheed. And I know I've been very high on Achane, but I cannot get off of Jaylen Warren. I just really, really can't.
Agreed. Achane or Moss, half PPR?
Going Achane here.
My 3 favorite prop bets for today. I have Howell over 30.5 pass attempts. I have Najee Harris more than the 56 or 50, as it's 56. I said 58, more than the 56.5 rushing yards. I have Ramondre Stevenson more than 60.5 rushing yards for me today. So Howell pass attempts, Najee rushing yards, Stevenson rushing yards, the 3 prop bets I'm in on for today. But and anytime touchdown for Derrick Henry, that one works as well. Moss, Olave, or Puka need 1 for a flex.
I think Olave. Yeah, the targets there.
20-team league, PPR. So quarterback question is Zappy or Flacco?
Flacco, I guess.
Probably Flacco. Again, rain, cold in New England. Not really too high on that, especially when they're already saying like Malik Cunningham has a play package for today. Who knows what that means. And then Dortch and Wicks is your running back, your wide receiver question here.
Gotta go Dortch here.
Yeah.
But
tough.
20 teams. 20 teams would make me pull my teeth out.
Why don't you want to play in a league where you can have some fun? 20 teams just seems stressful. This is the first time I've had to made a pivot of 74% exposure to Bijan on defense. Implied total. Yeah. I'm not saying you have to move off Bijan. I am just not high on this game in general. Low total doesn't generally bode for a lot of points. And they're on the road. They're in New York. Bad weather. I don't know. Not great for me. How are you handling the Sanders, Dijon, and Warren with bad games last week? So Jalen Warren didn't really have a bad game per se. Still got you like 9+ fantasy points in a PPR league. I'm not touching the wide receivers though. I'm all running game in this one here. I went over this with Bender on the DFS show. He liked Pickett because you can throw on Arizona, but you can also just run all over Arizona here. And even with the new offensive coordinator, I think the weather may have them lean more towards the running game here today. So give me the running backs in the Pittsburgh offense today. Need one wide receiver: Noah Brown, Devontae Parker, Chris Godwin in a PPR.
Oh, I'm actually going to go Noah Brown over Godwin. Godwin just has not done anything, and Brown has such a higher ceiling.
Okay. You think where does Noah Brown fit in this offense? Because Woods is active, Nico's active, Tank Dell is active.
I just think that Noah Brown plays over Woods.
Okay.
Because he's been so explosive when he has been on the field, and CJ Stroud really seems to like him.
Okay.
Not only that, he's getting a ton of yards after the catch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
wondering if he has a role on the team when everybody's healthy, because his big games came when people are off the field. So that was like my we talked about this with Cooper in the Oilers show. That was my one question on that one. It's like, does he play enough when everybody's out? Because I guess his offensive snaps, he had 4 straight inactives, and then people got hurt. And he was playing 70% of the offensive snaps. And then he's been inactive the last 2 weeks. So, that's my worry. My worry is he doesn't play if everybody's active like they've been the last few weeks. So,
but what has Godwin done, or are we chasing?
Well, I think Godwin is at least active, right? Noah Brown's been inactive the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's been hurt.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't know. I worry because the fact that everybody's healthy if he plays over somebody, but it's a tough spot to be in. It's a tough spot to be in. If you want to go Noah Brown, that's perfectly fine. At least we both know we're out on Devontae Parker. So we're out on Devontae Parker, Jim. If you want to flip a coin between Brown and Godwin, that's fine. Tight end, Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry, or Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, I think Tyler Higbee is a humongous trap this week. Everybody's just point chasing. So I'm going to go Juwan Johnson.
I'm in. 203, Warren, Hall, Singletary. Need to win. We all need to win.
Warren and Singletary for me.
Love it. Cooper or Kirk for Steve?
Oh, Kirk.
Taysom or Browning for the quarterback? Scamper says he's not joking.
Oh, Scampers. Well, I just want to pat your little head.
At least I know he's the quarterback.
Yeah.
And good luck to you, Scampers. Need 3.5 PPR. Achane, Mostert, Stevenson, Pacheco, Ridley.
Oh, I think I like Achane, Stevenson, and Pacheco here.
Works for me. Tua or Stroud for quarterback?
I think I'm going to go Stroud. Again, I think that Tua may be a little bit of a trap this week.
XDS wants to know Cade Otton, Gerald Everett, or Hunter Henry in a standard format.
Oh, Otton. But I don't feel great about any of these guys.
Yeah, I'd go Otton as well. At least he's getting some target share there. Mingo, Perry, Palmer, or George from Sellers. I'm sure he asked you this one this morning. Which one did you go with?
Oh, Sellers. Well, we were yelling about it. And then I was like, just leave me alone. Mingo, maybe.
Yeah, it might be Mingo. The targets are there. Hopefully he decides to keep his feet inbounds instead of actively jumping out of bounds to catch football. Not really sure what was going on in that play. Herbert due to weather issues. Well, Steve, it all depends on what your other options are. If you're going to have to start, Desmond Ridder instead, no, you play Justin Herbert. Let us know what your other quarterback situation is. Mahomes or Stroud for Ann?
Oh, yeah. You never thought that you would be sitting at this question, right? I think we're still going Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes. It's on the road in the snow.
He's played in the snow in Kansas City. He's not scared of snow games.
That's fair. Get it, Sellers. Sutton or Freiermuth?
Oh,
I think I'm going Sutton.
Fryer. prior moves, honestly. Well, the weather, but
Yeah, I think I go Sutton on this one for me.
yeah,
The touchdowns have still been there most of the time. So,
yeah.
sit one: Chase, Olave, Brees, or Monty.
I may sit Monty here, to be completely honest. I know I've been off on Brees Hall, but at least he's getting some targets.
Agreed. Morning, Kev. One PPR need two: Godwin, London, Elijah Moore, or Jalen Guyton.
Godwin and Moore. I do not trust London against the Jets, and definitely not Guyton in that
Yeah.
sloppy game.
Herbert or Kyler, both in playing in some tough spots here. Where do you go in this one, Britt?
Oh, I've got to go Herbert,
Yeah,
but
I'm with you. I think Herbert's the spot. Kyler on the road in the rain and the wind against the Steelers pass rush. I envision multiple turnovers from Kyler Murray here today. So it's kind of where I am taking a look at. Let me see if our inactives page is updated yet. I'll pull that up if we got it ready to go here. Rex saying Burks is officially active for today.
no, I know. This is what Sellers and I were yelling about right before I came in the office for the show. I was like, this is so funny. He's finally playing, and he's going to go off for, 20, 25 points today because it's his first time that he's played in forever and ever and ever. And Rex, in case you don't see, yes, I also am very heavily loaded on Traylon Burks. So he could definitely go off against the Colts. We'll see.
All right, let's Dude Love wants to know McBride or Jordan half PPR.
We're going McBride. So,
Deontay Johnson, Sutton, or Javante in a full point.
ooh, Javante, I think.
And Seller says he's definitely playing Burks in the DFS lineup here today.
Of course he is.
Let's see. Let's get our inactives page up here. We can scroll through. How do I make this bigger? Probably hide the chat. Hide the chat. There we go. Make this a little bigger for everybody to see. All right. Dalton Schultz out. We knew that one was going to be there. No one really exciting in Denver ruled out. Dolphins, no chosen. Eli Apple, we know. Emmanuel Forbes out for the Commanders. He was their first round pick this year. That's not great news for them. Not that he's been good anyways. Malik Willis is out for Titans if you're looking for a backup quarterback. Jonathan Taylor. Let's see. Any big names out yet? Mac Hollins.
You know that Bryce Hall inactive is going to freak some people out.
Yeah, they're going to see it. What? Let's see. Blake Martinez out for the Steelers. Pascal and Wilson both out for the Cardinals.
So it could be a Dortch day again.
Could be.
With both of them out.
Alex Anzalone, good linebacker for them. Gilmore's out. Looks like Lattimore's in at least. So unless he would
No, he's on IR.
IR, okay, IR for him then. Rashid Shaheed we knew is out. Olave in. That's a positive sign.
Yep.
I don't see Mac Jones inactive, so maybe that report was false. So maybe he's the third quarterback today. Let's see. And that's what we got for the 1 o'clock game. So nothing crazy in terms of anybody being out. Did you see any of the notable names there?
No, everything pretty expected. I will say that Yasir Taylor being inactive is a surprise for me on the Chargers. He's been their slot corner who has just been really, really bad. I did not see him on the injury report. So maybe they're just completely getting away from him because they have been so bad. That's the only thing that's really surprising to me.
So the updated, so the Patriots beat writer that says it looked like Mac Jones is going to be inactive because he wasn't out during the pregame warmups, but he's not officially listed as inactive. So he didn't do the pregame warmups, but he's not inactive. That feels like they just keeping Mac Jones away from the team. Like what are we doing there?
You're still here. You're a viable part of our team. You just have to be a bench warmer.
Agreed.
Can you imagine that psychological element that's going on with him right now?
No,
I don't know how you come back from that.
Yeah, no, he's a broken man for sure. All right, where do we leave off in those questions there? Browns or Jags defense?
I'm gonna go Browns, I think. I do like the Jags, but Browning's actually been fairly competent over
Yeah,
the
he's been
past
around the
couple
league for a
weeks.
little bit. He's just been a backup practice squad guy. So it's not like he's a rookie that doesn't get it. Ian says, we're the best. No, you're the best. Burke's yardage prop is 30. Who do you think he gets there?
Yeah, I mean, might as well. Will Levis did air it out a couple of times to him.
Sure.
Actually on that one game where he fell down hard and got that concussion. So I think he could do it.
Yep. Steve, need 2 from these guys: Montgomery, Javonte Williams, or Brees Hall.
Oh, we gotta have a Brees Hall and Montgomery question. I'm gonna go Javonte and Brees Hall. At least Brees Hall is getting some targets and dump offs.
Agreed.
So
White or Rice? Or White, Rice, or Kyron?
oh, this is tough. Rice for me. I'm still attacking that Green Bay slot corner position, but I think White still has a really good game.
Mac Jones is the official third QB. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. It might as well have a third QB available than make him inactive in case Zappy or Willis get hurt, right? We benching Arizona Pitt players if it's going to be viable. I mean, yeah, it depends on your backups. I'm not benching the running backs, though. But the wide receivers, if you have backups available, Rex certainly can. Start 3 full PBR. Downs versus Tennessee, Hollywood versus Pittsburgh, Ayuk versus Philly, Reed versus Kansas City.
Ayuk definitely, Reed definitely, and I think I'm actually going to go Downs over Hollywood for that situation.
I'm with you there. Mac Jones, Zach Wilson. I said the death knell for Mac Jones. For those of you who are card collectors, Panini Mosaic came out with a carbon copy card, which is a card that includes 2 quarterbacks that they consider to be carbon copies of each other. And the Mac Jones, I guess whichever way you look at it, but the carbon copy card was Mac Jones and Kenny Pickett. And I was like, ooh, I don't know who that's worse for. I don't know who that's worse for. If it's worse for Kenny Pickett or worse for Mac Jones. But either way, not great. I don't know if you got the morning show, Britt, but we had Coop opening up some card packs. While we were answering questions, he displayed a card per question answered this morning.
Oh my gosh!
He was preparing for his rough and rip show, I think it is, with Adam Bernard and Jared Moore that they do here. Rip and Riff, that's what it was. He's got his episode coming up soon, so he wanted to prepare. So he's opened up some card packs for everybody while we were answering questions this morning. Again, guys, get in that Discord if you haven't already. Dan Mail and Kev Tompkins in there answering your start sit questions. If you haven't downloaded the free BetterCast app yet, don't wait. Do so now. Again, completely free to download, completely free to play, and sign up. You'll have pregame questions available already for tonight's Sunday Night Football game. Answer those pregame prop questions. As my cat knocks down my speaker, causing a whole bunch of problems for me here. Answer those pregame questions. Get in the chat. And then have an opportunity to win some cool prizes. If you guys watch during the game, more prop questions will appear. Winner at the end of the day gets tickets they can redeem for autographed memorabilia, jerseys, and a whole lot more there. So, again, click the link in the description. Download the free app there in your iTunes and Google Play Store. And have some fun Sunday Night Football hanging out with us this evening. Let's see. Any other questions we got in here? George Guyton or Judy? That was the next one.
Honestly, I think I'm going to go Dortch. I know that Judy's the better player, but I don't trust him anymore at all.
Yep. I agree with you. That's where I am going to go there as well. So, everybody, good luck in your Week 13 matchups. Again, get in the Discord. Find us on Twitter if you haven't done so already, and we'll catch you all later.